today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the New York Giants.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Carried by number 2.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 11 carries, 76 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st down, New York.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too. Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you 1st downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up 1st downs.
From the red zone now. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Good. Makes the score Giants 3. Bears.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And
there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They lost last week. Actually, not only did they lose, they were shut out, but they've got the lead here right now. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack.
Loss of 11 yards. It's 2nd down.
After the sack on 1st down, Jones, he's got his man on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
Jones on 1st and 10. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Jones eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards and a giant first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jones. The quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
New York.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. That time a 9-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So we have reached half. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he's got Miller. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And a big 32-yard play on third. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll look to throw again. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
2nd and 6. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't give him an opportunity.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Jones' throw on target to Shepard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram.
Jones pass.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there for the Bears on third. 53 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of person. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Jones now to throw on third down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So now the Bears down by 7, just under 2 minutes to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
He'll drop this one down to Cohen.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a second down. And Miller with it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first. And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is now a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines. But then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dcotp5. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 41 yards.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer. That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And he will have a Giants 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
New York. Today's
Partner, a great game that we got to see.